Uila Sports welcomes you to Kekaulike Okamoku Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Kamehameha Schools, Maui. As we bring you this evening, exciting MIL Division Boys Volleyball game featuring the Na'ali'i of King Kekaulike High School and your Kamehameha School Warriors. Aloha ahi ahi kako, and it's great to have everybody joining the broadcast for tonight's game online on KS Maui's Kamakakoa YouTube channel. I'm Kepa Cabanas, and next to me is the infamous, the legendary here on the Maui campus, Coach Tua.
Yo, what's up, my brother Keps? How we doing today, my man?
Man, I'm doing great. Really excited to see this action go on.
Oh, my goodness, brother. It's going to be fast-paced. It's going to be a whole lot of hard hitting. I'm thinking there's going to be some dents in the floor tonight.
Oh, man, I would not doubt it at all. Well, this evening's broadcast is brought to you by Kamehameha Schools Maui. It's produced by Kamehameha Schools Maui students for their media classes. These students are just starting to learn the ins and outs of broadcasting live events. So like sports, it's a great experience that they take a lot of pride doing.
Yes, they do, and they're doing a wonderful job. You guys are amazing. I'm just very fortunate and blessed to be with you guys tonight, my man. Thank you for having me.
Those are the starters. Okay, so let's go over some MIL standings update. This is the third game of the season. So Baldwin at 0-2, Kamehameha Maui at 2-0, Lahaina Luna at 2-0, Maui High at 0-1, and King Kekaulike at 0-1. So.
What a great start for Kamehameha Maui, huh?
What a great start
and,
indeed.
King K is going to be looking for their first win tonight.
Yes.
And we'll see if Kamehameha Maui keeps their streak going on or it'll be a black eye, right? So we'll see. It should be an exciting game tonight.
Well, KSM Kamehameha Schools Maui Warriors have played Baldwin on Tuesday with the final results going 25-15 Warriors, 25-21 Warriors, 25-27 Bears, 25-23 Warriors. Our Warriors held off the game against the Baldwin Bears on Tuesday, March 7th. Kale Spencer had 17 kills, 6 aces, and 2 blocks. He is the person to watch.
He's the go-to guy, huh?
He is the go-to guy.
That is an amazing player right there, my friend. He's like football, basketball, now volleyball. What else does this man can do?
The triathlete. There, number 17 for the Kamehameha Warriors. Also for the Kamehameha Warriors starting lineup, we have Nahale Duklo at middle blocker, Logan Ricard at opposite and / outside hitter, Kanikoa Kikivi at setter, outside hitter, and middle blocker. Kainoa Gates at opposite hitter, Jai Viela at setter, and Kale Spencer at outside hitter, middle blocker, and setter. For King Kekaulike, you have Gabriel Lopes, defensive specialist, setter, outside hitter. Ty Wittenberg, outside hitter and setter. Kainalu Akinaka, middle. Earl Love, middle. Kaden Kauamo, outside hitter. And Sean Nason, setter, libero.
Wow, those are some good players out there, yeah?
Great players. Well, Coach, I saw at the start of before the game started, you have some keys of the game.
Yes, I scoot on over there to get some insights from the two head coaches. And so for coach, I'm looking for which one is the head coach, Jeffrey Cook. These are his keys to the plays. And pretty simple. One is passing, next is blocking, serving, and communication. Pretty simple keys to the game right there, I think. It's across the board as far as any player or any team that plays. Those are pretty good keys to the game. For Kamehameha Maui and Coach Robert Brady, his keys to the game is defensive pickups and block, tough serves, and serve receive. So here we go. The game is about to start. Let's get it on, big guy.
Yep. Here's number 7, Wittenberg, getting at the service line for the Na'ali'i. And Wittenberg's serve is over. Spencer with the hit up to Viela. Viela over to Kikivi. Kikivi hits it, but it is out. Man.
Now, Kikivi also came from the football team, so
yes.
Whole lot of mana behind that hit. You just got to snap the wrist a little bit more.
Wittenberg with the ball over. Kikivi hands it over to Viella. Kikivi again, but Kikivi can't get it for the second time in a row. What you said, Coach, was right. He does need to snap that wrist at the peak of the ball to get that ball coming straight down. Well, oh, I guess we got the point. Here's Logan Ricard. Ricard's serve is over. Over to number 12. Number 12 hits it, but it's blocked by Hale Duklo and Kikivi.
Hale Duklo.
Great block. Ka'uamo tried to get that hit attempt, but it did not work. Here's Ricard. Ricard's serve is up and out. Up and out. A little sharp from Ricard, but great. We're seeing some great stuff so far.
So Ricard coming off of the basketball season as well. There's a few basketball players out there.
Yes, indeed, Coach, as Spencer gives the ball to Viella. Spencer goes, but blocked by number 11, Love. Blocked by Earl Love. As there's number 4, Troy Williamson at the service line. He hits it over. Spencer with the good dig. Spencer going down, and that's Spencer's first kill.
He is such an athlete. His IQ is the top level in every sport that he's played so far. And that's coming from a great parenthood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bala Spencer, legendary Bala Spencer,
yep.
coach here for some
Lisa,
time.
good job. Good genes.
Well, for the Warriors, there's a substitution. Gates for Gardner, or Gardiner, excuse me.
Would it be Gardenia?
Gardenier, my bad.
All right.
Well, here's Williamson, saving it back in play. Wittenberg with the over.
Free ball.
Here's Viella going up. Spencer tries to knock it down, but it is touched by number 14, Nason, when they were going up for the block. Good attempt by the Nali'i, but sadly that ball just didn't stay in. There's Hale Duklo. Number 14 to Ka'uamo. Ka'uamo tries, but it is out. Good set by number 14, Nason.
Nice set.
Okay, now Hale Duklo. Coming from the basketball team, we watched him last month, Coach.
Yep.
As his serve is over. There's Nason with the good serve. Ka'uamo with the good over. Viella cannot get the ball up into the air and into play. The Warriors having its first home game here as number 10, Imai Kramer, comes on in for Hale Duklo. And there's another sub on the opposite side of the court. Lopes is coming in for number 15, Buzianes.
Some substitution. All right.
Buzianes, he looks tall.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, he looks very, very tall.
Kind of lined up with Cully there.
Yeah. As we see Logan Ricard with the great save. Viella for the set. Oh, but Spencer's hit is in, according to the line ref. I saw that go out, Coach. How about you?
Wow, our viewpoint is skewed a little bit with all those guys in the middle. But I guess it was out. There's a discrepancy here. The two judges are
they're consulting with each other
and making sure who's got what.
here in MIL volleyball. Any points you can get is good points. So they are saying it is indeed in, and the Warriors will serve the ball as Kikivi goes up to the service line. Here's Kikivi. It's up and over. Nice short serve as Wittenberg gets there. Nason tries to set it up, and Buzianes cannot get it over.
Miscommunication there.
Yes.
Seeing who's got the second and third ball. Second is always the setter.
Looks like Buzianes wasn't really set and ready to hit that ball over. As Kikivi's second serve is coming over, hitting it to the libero. Ka'uamo tries to put it in that corner. Ricard could not save it. and the ball goes long. Great dig by number 4, Williamson, the libero, and great hit by Kaden Ka'uamo, hitting it in the back. Speaking about Ka'uamo, he's up to serve. His serve is over. Ricard saves it. Here's Viela to Spencer, off the hands of Buzianis, and it's the ball, and it is Kamehameha School's ball. Warriors looking great today with a 3-point lead, going on quite a high run. Here's Spencer. Spencer's serve is up and over. There's Nason with the set to Wittenberg, and Wittenberg gets that kill. Beautiful job by Wittenberg.
Nice block.
Piercing it right between the block, getting on the hand, and confusing the other team. Great job, Wittenberg. As Earl Love comes in for number 4, Williamson. And another substitution, Elijah Lopes is coming in for Earl Love. Well, Earl Love's time on the court was a little short, but here comes Elijah Lopes to the service line. Elijah Lopes, grade 12. Beautiful serve by Lopes. Great save by Kikivi. As Spencer tries to put it back in play. Ka'uamo with the save. Oh my God. Oh. And that is the point to the Warriors.
It seems both teams are still finding their feet. They're finding their groundage. There's a lot of missed passes, and it's almost as if the fear of getting that ball.
Yes, indeed. Lopes' serve was great. His save was great. It's just they could not get it up and over the net. And if you guys saw, it did hit the apron above. But according to rules, that you still can play balls off the apron. So since they did not get it over in 3 hits, they did not have an extra hit. Therefore, the ball goes to the Warriors, and it is a side out. As IU gets checked in for Kiwi. IU, we also saw him play basketball too, hitting multiple threes 1 month ago, exactly. Here's Gardiner. Gardiner, beautiful serve. Ka'uamo with a great dig. Wittenberg going up. Hale tries to get it. Double touch by Nahale Duplo. Actually, it's called a lift. Apologies.
Had a good block. Just understanding what you do with the ball when you have a block like that. It's just hitting it back and get somebody else to hit second shot.
Just got to tilt those hands a little bit over the net so it couldn't go straight down. But other than that, great height by Hale Duplo. As is that number 3, that's Gabriel Lopes going at the service line. Looks like a lift. They called a lift on number 7, Logan Ricard, when he went to go get that set. Here's Lopes. Lopes with the good serve. Viela to Ricard. Ricard cannot get the ball over. And Na'ali'i has this game all tied up at 9-all. Lopes in a good rhythm, serving for his 3rd time. There's Spencer with the good dig. To Ricard, will he hit it? Ricard hits it, and it is in.
It almost looked like an offset.
Yes.
It looked like an off hit, but not bad.
Good job, Logan Ricard, for adapting and getting over those 2 botched hits he just had and coming in and asserting his dominance. Here's Viela, the setter, at the service line. Viela, new addition this week. As his serve goes long, side out for the Warriors.
New addition that just came on as a setter?
Yes, this week. So it's pretty sweet to see him out there.
Of course, Jai Viela is the son of our AD, John Viela.
But don't make that any difference because, man, this kid can play. As it is in by the line ref. Great kill by Hale Duplo. First of many I think we'll see tonight. Or I guess That was not our point. Net violation on, looks like number
14.
14. Nason. 11-all right now as Ricard goes to the service line. Ricard service up and over. Oh, out of system play by Naali'i.
Oh.
Oh, number 14 Nason tries to make a play out of it. Just cannot do so. Not the best thing to do in this situation.
And just to get it over.
You just got to get it over.
Keep it in play.
Two-handed, keep it in play. Hopefully get it next time. Out by Logan Ricard. It's 12-12. Warriors need to take advantage of every opportunity they have right now, because it looks like Collie Spencer is front row. Here's Viela. Viela sends it to Spencer. Spencer barely off the block of Love, and they just cannot get it back into the air.
I'm thinking in this rotation, Collie Spencer's got to stay in front, so got to get points off once he's in front.
Yes, indeed. They have to take advantage of that opportunities. That means consistent serving, consistent passing, and consistent setting.
Amen.
Getting that to number 17, Collie Spencer, and absolutely dominating. As Lope saves that ball for the Naali'i. Caden Ka'uamo tries that ball. Hale Duke tries to save it, but there's a miscommunication between him and Jai Viela, which leads to a side out and point Naali'i. Substitutions go in. Imai Kramer is going in for Nahali Duklo. As on the other side, Buzianis is going in for Gabriel Lopes.
A lot of errors so far. The players are finding their footage. A lot of tentativeness out there.
Here we go. Number 14, Nason, the setter. Beautiful server's ace. Wow. Nason attacking to that one weak spot of the Warriors, right into the middle of the court. As Logan Ricard will get taken out for number 6, Dylan Snitzer, first time hitting the court today.
Another basketball player, we call him the slasher.
Slashing Snitzer, as we like to call him here. As Nason is back up to serve. Nason, another beautiful serve off the hands of Snitzer.
Free ball.
Back to Kramer, over by Viela. As on the other side, Kaden Ka'uamo tries, tips it over. Viela saves it, but it is just out. Great save by Viela. Wow. Just could not get it in. Here we go. Viela up to Spencer. Net violation. Looks like by number 15, Buzianis on the Naali'i.
Well, it seems like Kale is getting all the kills.
Yes, indeed.
A majority of it.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. He had 17 kills last game. Man. And as he gets a block right now, Kale Spencer is feeling the court tonight, as that's a side out. Or excuse me, not a side out, but another point for KS. As the Warriors serve it over, the server Nason tries to get something. Ka'uamo tries to send it over, but it is not good enough. Man, Naali'i is keeping it close to what an undefeated Kamehameha Schools team is doing right now. As IU serve goes right over, Ka'uamo with the great save. Nason to Love, saved by the foot of Williamson. Setter is out on the Warrior side, but don't worry, Snitzer sends it over. Earl Love tips it. There's Snitzer, barely getting it over. Snitzer drives it down.
Oh, that was Kale.
That is Kale being Kale. Great rally there by Loving Kale, leading up the front row, getting multiple times at hitting as IU serve goes over. Nason to Wittenberg, who frees it over. There's Viela to the killer Colin, but cannot get it over, and it is blocked by Love and Buzianis. Beautiful block, tilting their arms just a little bit so it bounced directly back into the court.
It's an up and up game.
Yes.
They're finding themselves.
There's Kauamo with the serve. Imai to Viela. Viela frees it over.
Oh,
Kauamo tries to save it with the diving save, but cannot get it. 18-16 as the Warriors are up. And here comes the man with 6 aces last game. 17 kills, College Spencer. As Spencer will get it and put Nali out of system, and they cannot return. An ace for the man, the myth, the legend, College Spencer. College Spencer is not only an athlete, but also student body president.
Oh, he is enjoying his senior year, that is for sure.
Oh, man. Can that man be bad at anything?
Huh.
I don't think so.
We don't want to find that out either.
Yes. Yes, indeed. As timeout is called by Nali'i to stop the hot hand the Warriors have. We will send it off to break, and we will be right back with more action in 30 seconds. And we are back with Spencer back at the service line. Spencer gets that ball over. Wittenberg saves it. Set back to Wittenberg. Wittenberg sends a free over to Viela. Viela to Gardner. Gardner hits it over to the libero Williamson. Nason to Love. Love to Gardner, but looks
lift.
like a lift.
Two
touch.
Double hit.
Double hit. Anybody confused on the double hit call, it was probably because Gardner did not have his hands even. So it hit one hand and then
touched with the other.
Touched with the other, which is a rough call, but it is the right one. As here comes Elijah Lopes. You know, what I've been seeing from King K is that Elijah Lopes is their serving master, because on the roster, he does not have a position set in stone. So, as Lopes serves the ball, beautiful serve right to IU. IU sends it up. Viela tries to sets it up to Snitzer, getting it over. Nason sending it to Wittenberg. Wittenberg to Khaled. Khaled with the back row hit. That is legal. As number 10 tries to get it over, and he will. Kainalu Akinaka.
Off the net.
Akinaka getting a beautiful kill right there off the block of the Warriors.
Nice.
There we go, Lopes. In a very tight 1-point deficit. Lopes, beautiful serve, right to IU. There's Javiela, Gardner, off the hands of Lopes, and that's the ball. It was actually
net
violation, but that would still not have been a point if that net violation did not exist due to it touched the hands of Lopes. As it looks like Kramer is coming out for Duke Lopes is coming out for Love, and Buzianis will stay in the game. Nope, Love will come out for Williamson. Interesting substitution.
Libero.
There's Gardenier. Wittenberg to Nason. Nason to Akinaka. Snitzer. Great hit back. I think that was Buzianis. Snitzer tried to save it, but just could not. As there's another substitution, as looks like Gabriel Lopes will come on into the game to play back row for Buzianis.
All right, got the first serve. It's an up game.
Yes,
the one that makes the less amount of mistakes, I'm thinking is going to be on top.
As the Warriors try to save it off the net, but they could not. It is 20-all and timeout taken out by the Warriors. Exciting first set, Coach.
Interesting. You know, it's a whole lot of bumps and offhanded hits. They're still trying to find their way. Both teams, that is. The only shining light that I see is, of course, Kale. And again, I think that comes with IQ. I hate to say that word, but it just seems that both sides are trying to find their way to muster enough rally points to stay on top. Other than that, it's pretty good. It's up and up at 20-20.
Yes, indeed. And this is the first time these two teams will be meeting each other. They'll be meeting each other 2 more times over the next 3 rounds. As game 3 of round 1 is going to start, has just started. After this, the Warriors will take on Lahaina Luna next week, Thursday, here at Ku'ula Nui Okamoku Gymnasium.
Well, if the Warriors come out on top tonight, it's going to be a challenge of the undefeated.
Yes, indeed. As Lopes, him and his brother, both having great serves so far this game. As there's a substitution, Gardeniers going out for Kainoa Gates, number 13. Here's Lopes, beautiful serve. Collie Spencer got that save though. Spencer back row hit off Williamson. Williamson cannot recover it. I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all.
I say Kale is just amazing. His IQ is up there as far as volleyball as well.
Yes. As Jai Viela hits a beautiful dart straight to Wittenberg. Beautiful save by Wittenberg. Wittenberg gets the free ball. Williamson, beautiful save. There was a miscommunication on the court, and Ka'uamo could not get to it on time. Man, I wish we could re-see Viela's serve. That thing was a dart over the net. Timeout Na'ali'i, so that serve will not count. Well, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back to you in about 50 seconds.
All right.
And we are back as Viela's back on the service line. Viela, and it is too much power. And beautiful strategy by the coach of King Kekaulike as taking that timeout, stopping Viela's hot hand in serving as Wittenberg comes up to the service line. Close game so far, 22-21. Home team leads by 1 as Viela sets it to Spencer. Back row set by Spencer. Blocked, saved by Nason. But it looks like a double touch by Ka'uamo.
Actually, 4 hits.
As we see Snitzer. Snitzer with the ball over, and it is just out. Side out.
The Warriors are keeping King Kekaulike in the game with the service errors.
Yes, indeed.
And as much as you want to say, hey, just keep the ball in play, let them make the mistakes. But,
as Williamson to Snitzer. Snitzer, there's nobody there to save it. Miscommunication on the court.
And we're tied again.
Here we go. As Williamson. His serve is up and over. Dart, but it's right out. Here we go. Set ball. Set point right here. If IU aces this or if the Warriors wins this, they win the set. If not, we go to a 2-point duel.
Just keep it in play.
Serving is Nahale Duclo. Let's see what Duclo has in him. His serve is up. Beautiful. To Lopes. Lopes to Nason. Nason to Ka'uamo. Ka'uamo with the tip. Spencer to Viela. Back to Spencer. And it is out. Here we go. Each set has to be won by 2. So let us see who will get the hot hand in the 2-point duel. As substitutions go in, Holly Duclo is now coming out for Imai Kramer, and Lopes is coming out for Buzianis. As you hear a loud commotion on the Na'ali'i side, let's see what goes on here. Nason with the serve over. Imai to Viela. Off the hands of the block by Love and Buzianis. And down the court as Spencer tried to get that point right there. Timeout by the Warriors.
It looks like Jai's trying to get these feet wet. Trying to get the right set for Kali.
Yes. As we've seen, Jai, Viela, and Spencer, they have a decent connection as they've gotten multiple sets. But if you look, the past couple of sets to Spencer has not been that good. It's been off the net and very low for Spencer. To get it on the net a little more and to have it a little higher, I feel like Spencer will send that thing right straight down someone's head.
Again, it's the team with the less errors, and there's so much in the game so far.
Yes.
It's a lot of tentative play, the fear of who's getting the ball. So there's a whole lot of that. And, of course, again, it goes with IQ, how much they know in different situations. So,
but we got to talk about Love and Buzianis, Coach. Those two, number 11, number 15, their blocks have been on point with the double blocking.
Awesome job.
Here's Nason with the serve over. IU with the save. Viela to Spencer. Hits the antenna, and that means it is out. King Kekaulike takes the first set from the Kamehameha School Warriors in a 26-24 set win.
Wow, interesting.
Well, wow, Coach. What an interesting set we have.
Yeah, a lot of those points is off of errors. And, you know, until we get a nice clean cut pass, set, and hit, right now it's just like, again, another way of explaining it. But basically, you know, if they play clean ball, not any errors, or minimize that at some point, I think we'll have a more of a volleyball game than to see who is going to make a mistake.
Yes, indeed. And that was a very close game where the Warriors, I am shocked, choked on that last couple seconds. Man, those last couple of points, they could have great opportunities. But we'll see what happens in second set. Well, we'll be back in a couple minutes for set 2. And we're back for some more Division I volleyball action as we come into set 2 with King Kekaulike taking the first set.
And just looking back at their keys to the game, out of the 4, I think the one thing that's going for them is blocking. Their passing, serving, communication is still lacking, but hopefully in the second set they'll improve a little bit more.
Yes, indeed. And I think King Kekaulike matched up the perfect 2 people to stop that man, Kale Spencer. Earl Love and Lance Buzianes has just been on fire, blocking Kale Spencer, as they're both seniors. As looking at the roster, there is only 4 other players that is not a senior. So this is a very experienced team. As Uila serves a dart over the net, but Kauamo comes up with a tip. Spencer, beautiful save. Ricard to the corner. Wittenberg, another great save. Nansen to Kauamo. Kauamo over to Ricard. Uila to Kekivi. Kekivi tries, but he cannot get it. Side out for Nali'i as Williamson is the first to serve. As here comes in Earl Love for number 10, Akinaka. Williamson's serve is good. Gates' serve is just over. Uila sends it over. There's Nansen with the set. Out. Side out for the Warriors as Logan Ricard comes up to the service line. Here's Logan Ricard. Ricard, beautiful serve. As Kauamo, beautiful tip. We saw him do that many times. But Spencer's hit is just long. Side out for Nali'i. As here comes in Buzianes. And there's that duo I was talking about, Coach. Love and Buzianes up there. Let's see if they give Kale Spencer some problems. As Nansen goes for the serve. Kale Spencer with a good hit set for the free ball sent over by Uila. Kauamo. Man, Kauamo slammed that right on Logan Ricard's arm. Caden Kauamo.
Nice hit, nice hit.
Beautiful. And the sequence of what volleyball is, pass that hit was shown beautifully there by the King Kekaulike Nali'i. As there's Kale Spencer off the hands of Buzianes. That's good to see Spencer taking a little bit of a passive-aggressive approach when it comes to the blocks. As if you saw in the first set, Coach, Spencer was still hitting it very hard, and when they would get that block, it would bounce right back.
Now that's Kale's, making an adjustment to the set. So he had to adjust to it where he's got not lob it, but hit it right into the hands. Hopefully it gets out.
Yes, indeed, as Nahale Duclo's serve is long. And here comes EMI Kramer for Duclo. Nali'i up by 2 as Kauamo comes up to serve. Kauamo, good serve. Kekivi with the save. Kekivi up and over. Kauamo, beautiful dig to Wittenberg, but Love hits it. Uila to Kekivi to Kale, and that is in. Right on the line. Beautiful tip by Kale Spencer.
It looked loud, but all right. Line ref says it was in.
Here's Kekivi. Beautiful save by Kauamo. Man, that diving save was beautiful. As Buzianes hits it over to the setter, Uila. Uila goes for that corner, but Kauamo says, nope, I'm going to give it to my setter, and Love is going to hit it over. Back to the setter. I love how Kinke is aiming for the setter. There again, the setter is out. Gardenier tried to make a play out of it. Wow. Great rally. Nali'i pulling out the strategic movements, hitting it to Uila, putting Kamehameha schools out of system. As Coach Brady is thinking of bringing in Po'okela Ayu for Kaneko Kikiwi. As Earl Love comes out for Elijah Lopes, the senior and serving specialist. Here's Lopes. Lopes' serve is in the net. First one this game. It's all good as there's going to be a sub. Looks like Earl Love is going to come in, and then Williamson is going to sub in for Earl Love. As here comes the man with 16 aces, Kali Spencer. Good serve by Spencer. Great save by Wittenberg. Over by Nason. Great save by Spencer. Gardenier gets it. Beautiful dig by Ka'uamo. Wittenberg with the ball over. Setter is out on Kamehameha's side, but that's no problem as Kali Spencer hits Logan Ricard for that beautiful tip. 5-all, man. Coach, doesn't it feel like we already went through 25 points?
It sort of feels like it, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
That was a good rally.
Kali Spencer with the serve. Wittenberg tries to get it, but it is out. Beautiful block by Gardner, but just the ball, how the ball hit his hand, arms, it just went straight out. As Gabriel Lopes, defensive specialist, comes on in.
Nice serve.
Beautiful serve.
Gardenier
and Ricard missed that communication. As Ricard over to Viella, back to Ricard. Ricard slams it against their hands, and it goes straight down. Great point for Kamehameha to make it 6-all. Let's see.
Nice. Right into the blocks. Nice hit.
Beautiful hit. As Kramer comes out for Duclo, and Gardenier is there at the service line.
Keep it in play.
Out.
I guess not.
Another service error by the Warriors. As the Warriors has faced a problem with not hitting the net, but having too much power. Need to control the power as Dylan Snitzer comes on in for Cody Gardenier. Wittenberg on the other side getting ready to serve. There's Wittenberg. Oh! Botched overhead pass by Po'okela Ayu. Coach, the reason for that is that his hands were not hard. With softer hands, the ball falls off.
Exactly.
But there's a redemption pass by Po'okela as Kali Spencer tries to get it over. There's Ricard hitting it right back at Lopes. They're trying to keep it in play. Lopes does such thing, but it is out.
Outside of the...
it went outside of the antenna.
Antenna.
Good call by the line ref right there. Good try by Lopes.
Not
Almost
bad,
got that
not
in.
Bad. Love the tenacity.
Love the tenacity. Here's Viella.
That's a good serve.
Serving from a little more back. But Ka'u almost said, no, buddy boy. This is my court as he slams it down for the third time tonight.
Nice hit, good hit. That's how it should be.
Coach,
easy game when it's like that.
Coach, be honest. How are you stopping that?
Ooh, that is a great question. And then right there, that's how you stop that. Service errors.
Service errors. Williamson with his first error of this game.
We got to take advantage of Kali being on the front.
Yes, indeed.
The set's got to be there.
Let's see if Viella can put out those sets as Ricard's serve is up and over. Let's see. Will Ka'uamo do another rendezvous? Love back to the setter. There's Snitzer to the back corner, but it's too long.
Good idea.
Good idea. As
No one.
Kauamo and the Na'ali'i
Yep,
are up by 2.
No one there, but just a little too much mana.
Too much mana. As the setter, Nason, who's been setting great sets to Kauamo to set him up all night. He's back at the service line.
Good connection, those two.
Out. Just out. First service error for number 14, Sean Nason.
Again, we're getting points from the service errors. Not too much on the rallies, but when he gets rallies, those are some good ones.
Nice short serve by Duclo. There's there's Kauamo. Double hit by Kauamo. Let's see if Duclo can get it over again. There's a sub for Gardenier, taking out Dylan Snitzer. Kale's up front, Po'okelo's IU's up front, and Cody Gardinier's up front. A very tall front row. Let's see. There's Viela to IU. IU slaps it off their hands,
nice.
And that is good. These three, very tall trio.
Yep, it's a good
doing some
front
beautiful job. The setter went out. Kale Spencer filled in for that spot and gave Po'okelo IU the tools he needed to make that play.
Oi.
As there's a sliding set, that's a carry on. There's a double hit. Excuse me, on Nason.
Poor setter. A better pass, you can get there. But
and if you feel like it's a hard ball and you cannot get the pass up, all your setter wants you to do, hit it up.
Hit it up.
You hit it up in the air, give them enough time to react to the ball, get there, and set up a good play.
Just like that. Oh.
But that was a botched set by number 14, Sean Nason. Looks like his hands weren't in the right place. When you set, you want to try to keep your hands even. So you can avoid double hits and situations like that. Duclo with the great constant serves. Kauamo with the hit over. Here's Viela with the play to save it, but it's not good. Well, this game just turned for the worse for Na'ali'i. Up by 2, now down by 2.
A lot more to go.
Let's see what Kauamo will do behind that line.
If you remember, Na'ali'i was down 2 in the first set, and they came back to win it.
Yes, indeed. As Ricard with the beautiful save.
Nice set.
There's Spencer with a nice set, but the hit goes long. Wow, Kauamo attack is going crazy on all spectrums. I think he has 3 kills, a couple of digs, and great serves so far. As Spencer sends Nason to send that ball right into the stands. Speaking about stands, great audience we have today for the first home game for the Warriors.
Hey, yeah.
Look at that student section over there.
Well, we are getting back to normal as the days go by.
And as the mask mandate got...
Mask mandate when you come back from the break.
Yes.
That we're able to breathe fresh air when you're outside.
Yes, indeed. What a lovely feeling. As IU hits the ball over to Williamson. Williamson to Nason. Nason, decent set to Wittenberg. There's Spencer. Spencer barely gets it over. Beautiful play by Spencer.
Oh, that was great. Great job of trying to get it back, but again, Spencer.
The tenacity from Na'ali'i is great, with Kauamo saving that ball just by his hand, by the fingertips. But Kale Spencer saw that play to take the opportunity to take advantage of what he saw, all the Na'ali'i players laying down, and he just hits it in that back corner. Way to get good points. IU serve is back. Wittenberg to Nason, back to Wittenberg. Wittenberg over to Ricard, Viela, and Kale Spencer.
Oh.
It's still good. Must have been played off the foot of Williamson. There's Spencer once again. Gardenier. Buziane sends it over. Spencer gets it in that back corner, and it is out. The tenacity from Kekaulike.
That was good rally. Kike did a wonderful job.
Man, I wish I could see that replay. I think it hit Kaden Kauamo's hands, went off the foot of number 4 Williamson and then sent over by Buzianis.
It was just too quick for me, but it was good.
It all happened in one blur, let me tell you that. As Lopes comes on in. Here's Lopes. Yellow card.
What does that mean?
Yellow card means there's a penalty on the play, so probably out of system play, too much players on the court, or I'm not sure, but yellow card. That is a very rare one.
I only see it in soccer.
Yes, actually, Coach, there are yellow cards in the game, and it's used similar to soccer, except you're not injuring nobody. It's kind of like too much showing off, like unsportsmanlike conduct, kind of.
Is that what this was?
No, I think this was like a out of play, rotational error, something like that. But as Spencer gets the ball, too easy for College Spencer. Beautiful set by Viela that time to set up Spencer. And now Spencer goes to the back row as Love comes in for Lopes. Love's going to go out for Williamson, and Buzianis is set to... Buzianis is just standing next to the substitution line.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Viela is slowly getting his connection with Spencer as far as the sets.
College Spencer tried a floater. Wittenberg hits it down. Kramer cannot get it. And that is a side out. Man, what an exciting game this has been. So, Coach, what are some of those keys of the games for the Warriors?
Well, again, it's basic passing, blocking, serving, communication. And right now, they're still working on all four. Communication-wise, yeah.
As that's a net violation by Logan Ricard. Yeah, I don't hear too much communication coming from the Warriors or the Na'ali'i, to be honest.
Yeah, both sides. And like I say, it's whoever makes the less mistakes.
Yes, indeed.
Is going to win the set.
There's Lopes. Viela to Ricard. There's Wittenberg's blocked by Gardenier.
Gardenier, all right. Single.
Gardenier
Solo block.
with that solo block, giving Kamehameha a little bit of breathing room as they go up by 2 points. Kramer comes out for Duclos as Gardenier is up the serve. He serves. The serve is good. Wittenberg off balance. Nason, the number 10 cannot get a good ball on it. That number 10 is Akinaka. Akinaka could not just get up to that height and hit the ball right into the net. Here's Gardenier. Gardenier serve is over to Ka'uamo, to Nason, to Wittenberg. Wittenberg hits it to IU, to Viela. Back row hit by Spencer. Nason, another one to Wittenberg. That is out. Let me tell you, Coach. This Wittenberg and Nason connection is not too bad right now.
They're doing pretty good.
As Na'ali'i calls a timeout.
You got to go with what this was working for you. So those two guys, they're doing a wonderful job.
Yes, indeed. Well, Warriors need 6 more points to close it out. Let's see if the Na'ali'i comes for another miraculous comeback. We'll be right back. And we are back. As you saw, Gardner's serve was just out. I have just checked in, and I got reports of what that yellow card is. The yellow card is delay of game. 7 men on the court.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Here's Collie Spencer to Viela. Back row hit for Spencer. Ka'uamo. Ka'uamo hits it out of the antenna.
Again, it's a set. The set's there. The hitters will do it.
Yes,
They'll
indeed.
put it down.
Well, we're seeing something new from Kamehameha's side. Collie Spencer is running more of a hitter position. As we all know, Collie Spencer came in freshman year booming hot with being the all-star center. And after that, COVID hit, but he's coming back, and he's showing that he is just as good as he was in freshman year. So we will see. There's Collie Spencer with the back row hit. Williamson tries to save it, but cannot. Side out for the Warriors. 4 more points to close out and win their first set of the night.
You know, of course, Kale was the all-star setter as a freshman, but because of his height and how he's hitting, it is amazing. So they need him as a hitter. He can't do setter and hitting unless he's hitting to himself.
Yeah.
Set and then hit it.
Man, oh man, can we talk about these service errors on Warriors sideline?
You know, they're finding their niche as far as, you know, how much power they put into it, but it comes with practice.
Yes, indeed. But that is 3 overpowered serves in a row as Spencer hits it right into that formidable blocking of Love and Buzianis. And that goes straight down.
If they do that all night, it's an automatic set point. You know, because like I said, Jai is slowly getting his feel for how to set Kali. Because no, Kali will put it away.
Yes, indeed. Here's Duclo. Wittenberg to Nason. Back to Wittenberg. Free over. There's Spencer. What a great, like you said earlier, Coach, Spencer has a great IQ for the court.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Looking down court, seeing that the libero is the only one back there. Attacks that backside, gets the libero off balance, and he cannot make the pass.
Well, Kali is the only one that's played 4 years. Or, you know, with COVID, it was no season. But he's a player through and through. You know, like we say, his IQ is up there. He just needs a little bit of help from the rest of the guys, and I think they put it together. That's all it is. And the only thing they got to work on is the setter setting him right, because other than that, it's automatic 1-2. That's it. Pass is there, set is good. Kali will put it away. There's no doubt. But
yes, indeed.
It's simple as that. But again, you know, anything can happen, and when you minimize your errors, you're going to win. You're going to win the set if you minimize your errors. Right now, it's still a lot of errors on both sides, and they're still finding their niche, finding their comfortability. So many to say, but again, it's a great game. It's up and up. Right now, this is what the situation was in the first set. You know, Kekaulike was down, and they came right back. You know, it's all about the Warriors putting it away from here on in.
Yep, let's see if they can serve the rest of this game out. As Hale Duclo is up at the service line. Let's see if they can close this game out. Let me say, Coach, we won't, although Kale is a senior, we won't miss that Spencer name that much because we have his little brother, Pa'u, coming back into high school next year as a freshman.
Yep.
And Pa'u hangs around us that much. He's actually here at the game right now. Supports his big brother pretty heavily. He is not a bad player.
He's going to be a bigger boy than his brother, but still a big shoes to fill.
Yes, indeed. Maybe Pa'u will follow that triathlete.
Or, well, you know, I'd like to say try, but he's also in track, Kale Spencer.
Yes. But man, oh man, look at that spike. Oh, I swear there was fire at the end of that.
I think somebody should fix the floor over there. There's a little bit of an indentation, I think.
Yes.
But did you hear the ball say, ow?
Oh, man. Is that even a ball anymore? Looks like it was flat.
Looked like a football.
But here's Wittenberg up. Beautiful
and
hit
right
by
back
Wittenberg.
at you. He answers back. Good job by Wittenberg.
Great job by Wittenberg.
Yep.
But man, looks like they're doing their substitution thing with Lopes, Williamson, and Love again. Let's see if they get another yellow card for delay of game.
Okay. They're looking
And they just pull the guys out.
good. As long as there's 6 of them on the court and not 7.
You know, if I'm wrong, I think this is the 5th time in the game Lopes has come to serve.
I think he's the server specialist.
Yes, indeed. As here comes Viella. And that's the set, everybody. College Spencer wasn't as successful ending that game last round, but this time he comes right back at it.
You know what? As long as he gets these sets the way it should be, it's automatic.
And that's the set. Set 2 for us, 25 to 20. What have you seen out of both teams, Coach?
Again, with every set that comes, you know, you would think they get a little bit better, a little bit more not scared of the ball or understanding what their role is on the court. Right now, communication is very important to have that because of the fact that they're not playing, you know, with high IQ. So it could be anybody's ball still, and hopefully in the 3rd set they get a bit better. You know, minimize errors as much as possible, and we'll see a little bit more of volleyball should be.
Yes,
you know, pass, set, hit. And right now it's just trying to get it over the net.
Yes, indeed. Well, we'll take a little break right here, Coach.
All right.
And we'll be back in a couple minutes. Well, if you're just joining us this evening, welcome back. My name is Kepa Cabanas. We had Coach Lemoe Tua here, but now we have Clark Tuitele. Mr. Tuitele, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it? Great to be back.
Yes, indeed. Well, we are all tied on set count. 1-1. King K winning the first set, 26-24, and Kamehameha Warriors winning the second set, 25-20. As Wittenberg hits the serve over, and that is a server's ace. Beautiful serve by Wittenberg to get the Nali'i first on the board in this third set. Here we go, Wittenberg back up at the service line. Wittenberg's serve is over. Spencer to Viela, back to Spencer. Straight to the libero, Williamson. To Ka'u. Ka'u almost slams it down. Viela has nothing to do.
And that's just a great swing by number 12 there, Ka'uamo. And that's exactly what you need to do. Get up early, good serve, and a great attack.
And man, that is not the only one today. He had 3 kills so far in this game. As Viela hits Kekivi, Kekivi goes straight into the net. Man, oh man, King Kekaulike is starting off with a hot hand for the ball. As they're on a 3-0 run. Here we go, Kekivi to Viela, back to Kekivi. Kekivi, another hit into the net.
And here you see momentum starting to snowball in King Kekaulike's favor here. If you're the Warriors, what you need to do is you need to stop the bleeding. Lucky for them, the antenna got disconnected from the net. In essence, it's kind of like a
slow down, timeout.
Yeah, kind of like a timeout without having to use a timeout. You see Coach Robert Brady there talking to the official there.
Yes, indeed. And this set is a very important set. It sees who will have the momentum in this next set.
It is, yeah.
The winner of this will go up by 1 set. And it looks like King Kekaulike is starting off hot. Back to Kekivi, but Kekivi hits it out. Man.
The Warriors they're trying to beg for a touch, but there's no touch on that ball.
There was no touch.
And you see Coach Brady here going to sub out Kekivi.
I think that was the right move. Kekivi's definitely not on his finest hour, hitting it not only into the net twice, but out. Let's see if the Warriors can get their first points of this set. Ka'uamo goes straight into the net.
Interesting. Po'okela Ayu just subbing in for the Warriors, and Javiela, the setter, immediately going to him on the outside.
Well, here comes Ricard. Ricard with the serve over to Wittenberg. Wittenberg's pass was just not the greatest and a little over.
Let's see if Ricard goes back to him.
If I was Ricard, I would aim back to Wittenberg, indeed. Oh. Lucky save by the libero, Williamson, as he sends it over. But a miscommunication on KS's side, and that will be a side out.
Yeah, Kepa, and you know, so far here in the third set, it's been a game of errors. And the team that has been with the least amount of errors are the one that's capitalizing. And right now, King K up 6-2.
Yes, indeed. There's Holly Duclo getting it over. Ka'uamo right into the block, and down the net it goes.
Yeah, fortunately for Nali'i, you know, the middle blockers, they didn't close the gap and they didn't press over that net. So you see the ball ricochet off the block straight down into their side. Point Nali'i.
Yes, indeed. Well, 5-point deficit for the Warriors. Coach Robert Brady will be talking to his team. While that is happening, we will take a short break. We'll be back after this. And I think we are back. Yes, we are, as the Nali'i is serving Williamson behind the service line. Williamson, beautiful serve to Ricard, to Viela, to Colin Spencer, hitting it off Love's hands.
And for the Warriors, that's exactly what you want to do. That was a great pass by Ricard, and a great job going to your go-to player, Colin Spencer, who just terminates the ball.
Yes, indeed. Colin Spencer, one of the hot topics here on Maui. known as the triathlete here at KS, but man, oh man, this guy knows volleyball. And as Duke Low's serve is off, errors on errors on errors on Kamehameha Maui's side.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Too many errors for both sides, but right now, more for the Warriors, resulting in an 8-3 lead for Nali.
Yes, indeed. As Buzianis, the tall giant, number 15, comes on in as Nason goes up to serve. Nason serves in the ball. There's IU with his set a little over. Viela swings his arm, wasn't even close to getting that ball.
Yeah.
Another bad error by the Warriors.
Yeah, and you know what you're seeing is just not good enough passing here.
That is in. Looks like one of the line refs said it was out. One of them said in, so they're going to go in for Kale Spencer. Beautiful hit.
And Kale really utilizing that line there, you know, hitting at his line instead of the angle, which he typically hits. Great job recognizing that gap.
Yes, beautiful job. As, oh my God, Wittenberg having such a great game so far. Could not get the pass off, and I think me and you, Mr. Tuatele, we both know why. Soft hands.
And you know, kudos to Okela. That was a great serve, and another great serve.
Beautiful dart. As Earl Love hits the ball over to Viela, to Spencer. Spencer eats that seam, and right there's another point. As now the momentum's looking a little more going to the Warriors after giving up 5 points at the start of this game.
Yeah, you know, Spencer with that heads-up play. It was a down ball with the setter running to the front. He hit it in the corner where the setter just vacated.
Yes, indeed.
referee.
Looks like a double hit violation on, if I'm correct, Jai Viela. Jai Viela must have not have gotten his hands even on the set, hitting one hand and hitting the other.
Yeah, just too much spin coming off the ball.
That's one thing a lot of referees look for, is spin on the ball. As another beautiful set. Paul Kelayu with the beautiful save. Here's Nason. Buzianis barely hits it over. And there's Spencer with the set to Viela. Sending it to the corner. Ka'uamu to Love. Love hits it down to Paul Kelayu. To Viela. Williamson plays it out. It would have been out of bounds, but I guess game is going to continue. There's Viela to Kale Spencer to end the point. Man, oh man, can that man ever be stopped?
And you know, that's the beauty of having a Terminator just like Kale Spencer. You can count on him.
Yes, indeed. And Kamehameha, going back to him every time, they are really following one rule I love to say here on this broadcast, and you've heard it many times. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Definitely. And now with Spencer in the back row, I'm sure Kekaulike will try to capitalize and go on a scoring run.
Yes, indeed. But we cannot diss that Cardinier is in the front row. He has that height. Hopefully he can have that power coming down on those balls. There's Love, barely hitting it over. Beautiful dig by Spencer. Miscommunication on Spencer and Viela's part, but luckily they got the ball over. There's Viela to Logan Ricard. Logan Ricard hits it far.
And they're calling a touch.
There's a touch. Wow. Must I say, it did look like there might have been a touch right there. The angle was very odd, but once again, welcome to volleyball.
And a good job by Ricard tooling the block on there.
And Gardenier for another block. Gardenier, man.
He did a great job from his middle blocker position, reading the angle of the attack, going up there right at the peak, taking away that angle. You know, that was a great swing by Kekaulike, but just a better block on the Warriors.
Yes, indeed. Kale Spencer with the beautiful serve over. Back set to Buzianis. Buzianis with the save. Spencer, bringing it back into play. Great tenacity. As Nansen sends it over to his boy Wittenberg. Wittenberg cannot get it over in the antennas.
That's right. Just outside of the antenna. And we're all squared at 10 apiece.
10 apiece. Wow, Warriors, the tenacity it has. And there's Kali's dad, Bala Spencer, in the crowd cheering his son on.
Great to see Coach Bala.
And that is a server's ace by Kali Spencer. Kali Spencer in the last game against Baldwin had 6 of those, second of the night for him. As Molitao will come in as the setter for Jai Viela. Molitao, first time we're seeing him play this game. He is listed under as a setter, outside hitter, and middle blocker, but I think he'll be playing setter today as he was replacing Kali Spencer.
Oh, and that ball just sailing out.
Just sailing out.
You know, previous to this, I had talked about how King K could go on a run with Kali in the back, but Kali actually with a great serve. You know, 4 in a row, giving tough serves, getting them out of system. Kali doing a great job there at the back, doing what he does best, keeping the other team off balance.
Yes, indeed. But, man, Williamson, he must be thanking the gods that he didn't touch that ball. Because if he touched that ball, I wouldn't think that coach would be happy. As Lopes, we call him the serving specialist, hits another server's error.
And Spencer doing the smart thing. You know, most volleyball players, if the serve is coming and it's over your shoulders, let it go.
Yes, indeed. And I think also Spencer put his foot on the line, which is great because it also makes you aware of what's in and what's out.
Yeah, great point.
Gardenier, beautiful serve, right to Wittenberg. Here's Nansen, back to Wittenberg.
Oh, and that's
but there's a net violation on Nahale Duclo. Looks like Duclo knew that was going to be a net violation, quite clear.
Yeah, Ducalo, the junior, just getting tangled up in the net.
Yep, as there's a substitution. Kainoa Gates will be coming in for Cody Gardenier. Here's Kainoa Gates. And as number 3, Gabriel Lopes, if I'm correct. Yes, indeed. Gabriel Lopes' serve is just off. Gabriel Lopes, only a freshman, the only freshman to make it on this team. There's the setter Molitao with a sky-high serve, but Wittenberg, the sophomore, tries to hit it. It's blocked, saved by Williamson, carried by Nansen.
That's unfortunate for Nali. That was a great job covering after the ball got rejected there on the block, keeping it alive.
Yes, indeed. Man, I think Molitao, way to keep it in play, but his serves are sky high. Ty Wittenberg, I think that would have gone out.
And Akinaka with that deep cross-court hit.
Akinaka, beautiful hit. We've seen him play tonight, and he's been hitting his spots where he has to. Beautiful play by Akinaka once again.
Great job by Kainalu.
And here's the sophomore, Ty Wittenberg. Hits it over to Ayu. Ayu hits it over. Kainalu Akinaka with a beautiful play, tipping it right over to Po'okela Ayu. Ayu thinking he can get it over with a one-hand slam, but he cannot. 14-all.
And for the Warriors, Nahale Ducalo there playing the middle, he needs to be closer to the net and not be so far off on that.
Yes, indeed. In the last couple sets, oh, man. Well, what I was going to say, in the last couple sets, Holly Duclo has been keeping his distance from the net, trying to avoid the net violations. But the biggest problem for Holly is once the ball hits his hands, it drops right in front of him, which leaves him a point. As Molitao comes out, sadly, that set, his last set was not the best. But here comes the setter, Jai Viela, comes in. Kale Spencer slams it down for the back row.
And there is Kale Spencer just, again, demolishing the ball from the 3-meter line. Just a great job attacking. The other set that I saw, he was kind of taking something off when he hit from the back row. Not that time.
Not at all. As Logan Ricard, that's a touch. You could hear it from Williamson. Logan Ricard getting bailed out there by that touch, but luckily that's still a point for Kamehameha Schools Warriors.
And you see the serve. The serving by the Warriors getting a little
Too powerful.
more powerful with more pace.
Oh, beautiful block by Hale Duklo. Doing what we said, getting a little closer to the net, overextending his arms over the net, and putting Ka'uamo in such a hard spot to hit the ball over.
And Hale, like you said, doing a great job that time.
Well, looks like the crowd's applauding as number 8, James August Kabunak, comes on in for the game and in as setter. Here's Ricard. Once again, Mr. Tuitele, there is Holly Spencer in the front row. Hopefully Kamehameha Schools will use Holly Spencer at his advantage. And that's what I'm talking about. Holly Spencer hitting down another kill.
And you know, Kale Spencer at, 6'4", 6'5", and going down the line there against Abunak, who had just subbed in. With that height advantage, it's going to be tough, really, for anyone in the MIL to take away that line with that height discrepancy.
Yes, indeed. Point out of rotation by Nali'i.
Yeah, you know, here in volleyball, it's important that you cannot pass the person that's ahead of you as you line up. And that rotational call was spotted by the down ref.
Good job by the referees tonight, but here comes Ka'uamo. Ka'uamo's hit is perfectly in the hands of the blockers and straight out. Not totally the blockers' fault, but they could have tilted their hands just a little bit in, angle it in so it goes into the court or it gives a good spin.
Totally, and Ka'uamo with a great swing, just good mechanics.
That man has power behind his swing. Let's see if
coming
we'll see a
back in.
Hana
Oh,
hole.
that's at the, oh.
But no, Paul Kelaiu did not see that going.
Yeah, that ball was gonna sail out.
That ball was gonna sail out. But good heads up by IU. Hopefully he can get a ball next round. Let's see Williamson. Oh man. To Kainoa Gates. Kainoa Gates' hands were just not hard enough to stop that ball in its tracks. Looks like the momentum's about to snowball into Nali'i's favor as they push their 4-point deficit to only 1. But Williamson messes up on the serve with another service error, and that sends Hale Duklo to the line.
And that could be the deciding cushion that they need. Warriors now up by 2 with 5 points to go, 20, serving 18. That missed serve could come back to haunt them.
Yes, indeed. In volleyball, points, any type of points matter. And them losing the points because of an out of rotation was a big thing. But Ka'uamo gets it right back, sending it to Ricard. Ricard having nowhere to go.
Kaden Ka'uamo again with the big swing. Great angle there, going cross court. And it's a 1-point game.
Let me tell you this. King Kekaulike came in and they were ready for this game. Ka'uamo looked the best that I bet he ever has felt in this game. But there's the equalizer. Holly Spencer, they still can play it off the tarmac, but King Kekaulike forgot about that.
And Kale Spencer doing a good job adjusting his body there on that set that was a little lower than what Jai Viela usually sets, but great job adjusting and hitting that ball down.
Yes, indeed. And that is an out. That is out by IU as there's a 1-point deficit. Coach, Mr. Tuitele,
Yeah.
everybody knows there's certain rules when it comes to hitting unknown objects inside the gym. Baldwin, it's its hoop. Kamehameha Schools, it's its gym apron. But still, you can play that ball.
Woo.
As Spencer hits it right on the line. Utilizing that line. Beautiful set by Viela. Sending Spencer up, hitting that line, and getting that point.
Spencer doing a great job recognizing where that gap was there in the block and hitting that extreme angle down the line. Once again, putting the Warriors up by 2.
Yes. Well, here comes Spencer. Will he... Viela to Ricard. Ricard to Nason to Wittenberg. IU to Viela to Ricard. Ricard's tip. Nason. Ka'uamo. Earl Love touches the ball. Wittenberg could have got that free off. Bad communication.
That's an unfortunate error for Nali. They were right there. That puts the Warriors up by 3. And a subsequent timeout by the coach of Nali.
Let me tell you, Coach, that could have been easily avoided. Just a simple "I got" would have done the job.
You know, communication is paramount with 6 players on that small court, knowing where the ball is going to go, who the ball is set to, and if it's for you or if it's not for you. Now, sometimes, you know, you have to scramble. That time may have been one of it. It looks like King K's 2 go-to players or go-to hitters are Ka'awamo and Wittenberg. And, of course, for the Warriors, we have Kale Spencer.
Yes, indeed. Well,
And, you know, with Ka'awamo in the back row, I think, you can probably bet that Wittenberg will get the set here to try to cut the lead to 2.
to be honest, King Kekaulike has their own Kale Spencer, and it's called Kaden Ka'uamo. What I've been watching from him today, he checks all the boxes that Kale's checks. He can pass, he can hit. His setting is a little so-so, but he set a great ball when the setter was out. So let's see what Ka'uamo can do.
Looks like he's in the front row.
There's Spencer. Easy serve over. Ka'uamo set. Loves free ball.
Here's Kale.
Here's Spencer. Spencer easing it over. Nason to Ka'uamo. That's a tip, and Ka'uamo, smart IQ, getting that tip in.
Yeah. Nason doing a good job giving Ka'awamo options and doing a great job setting him. Right now, like you said, it's going to be the Kale Spencer and Ka'awamo show for King K. It's 23-21 in this pivotal game 3 of the series.
Let us see. King Kekaulike.
That's out.
Ka'awamo. It looks like out of rotation again by the Nali'i. Crucial errors lead into big points for the other team. And in this instant, yes, it does.
You absolutely cannot make that mistake. And to have it happen twice in the same set is just uncalled for.
Well, they're talking it over right now.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Coach is arguing that they were in rotation.
You know, oftentimes volleyball players will switch and they'll overlap to get into defensive positions. So let's see what happens. They still give the Warriors a point. It's 24-21, Kamehameha Maui.
Set point right here, as I think Gardenier is gonna serve. Let's see if he can ace this last serve or ice the set. Waiting for the ref's whistle. There we go. Gardenier. To Ka'awamo. To Nason. To Wittenberg. Wittenberg tips it over.
And that was a lift.
That is a lift. And another crucial error leads into set point for the Warriors. As the Warriors win set 2. Man. Set 3, excuse me. What a great set. What did you see from the Warriors that set, Coach?
Well, you know, it started off a little rough, but towards the end, they definitely became the more consistent teams that made the least amount of errors. You know, this is the first game of the season, and you can really tell. You can tell both sides still a little shaky. Coaches are probably still trying to figure out what position each player plays best in. And so you see a lot of substituting in and out. But again, as the season just started, you notice a lot of errors, a lot of serving in the net, serving out, not crisp passes, which leads to bad sets, which just leads to ugly volleyball, to say the least. You know?
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure as the season progresses that it will definitely improve. The level of play, I'm talking, will improve within both of these teams.
So, obviously, what you said, this is only the 3rd game of the season.
Oh, it's 3rd game. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
And this is only round 1. There's still 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
these teams will be seeing each other again. But obviously, you can see that the sequence is a little off. Well, we have 1:47 left till game time. We will take a little break. We will be back in a couple minutes. And we're back. 10 seconds till the fourth set's about to start. What are you expecting, Mr. Tuitele, in this set?
I'm expecting both teams to show more fight and to keep going strong and to try to force the other team to make more errors. You know, here on Maui, volleyball for many of these athletes, it's their secondary sport. It's not their primary sport. Someone like Kale Spencer, who has grown up from little kid, from young boy time, this is his primary sport. And really, you can see, we have some great athletes on both sides of the court for both teams. A lot of raw ability. Let's see who puts it together in this fourth and pivotal set.
And Kale Spencer putting on a good campaign to see if he will win MIL Player of the Year for volleyball. As a block mishap with Kikivi and Duklo.
And Kawamo really going to the left hand there. That set was far outside of the antenna. Great job adjusting his body and trying to make lemon out of lemonade with that set.
Yeah. Well, Spencer tried to dive to get that. Kikivi has to keep his hands a little more stronger. And maybe he could get that pass off next time. Soft hands will never work against this volleyball's power.
And the Warriors have to do a better job at passing.
As they got bailed, as their momentum from the Nali'i stops because of Williamson's botched serve.
Let's see how the Warriors respond here with their first serve in the set.
There's Earl Love. Earl Love hits it straight into the net. Good try by Earl Love, but he could not get it over.
Well, number 14, Sean Nason, the setter for Nali, doing a good job trying to distribute the ball to more people, setting that two set there to the middle. Unfortunately, Love couldn't capitalize on that set. And
yes,
the Warriors right back.
Right back. Ka'uamo tried to save that, but cannot. Well, the Warriors up one now. In this, that could be the final set. Here's Ricard. Ricard served was good. Nason could not just get it inbounds.
You know, that tight was a little pass. He did the right thing. It was just a little bit too much mana here in this gym.
Too much. But here's Ricard for his third serve. Ka'uamo, good pass to Nason. Back to Ka'uamo. Net violation on the Warriors. Man, Ka'uamo with that power.
Just a great job tooling the block again. And even if we didn't have a net violation, the odds of them still getting that kill would have been very high. That was a great swing by Ka'uamo.
Yes, yes, indeed. As Nason comes back up to the service line.
Ooh.
Viello, way to adapt to that pass, get that set up to Spencer, and Spencer hitting it straight on that line.
Jai Viella doing a great job with that bump set, a quick bump set. Great job, Jai Viella.
Great job indeed. This is his first game starting as setter. As the game before that, Kamehameha Molitao and Kikivi shared setting duties. And now there is 4 setters on this team that can share setting duties with Kikivi, Spencer, Viella, and Molitao. As that is in. Beautiful play by Kale Spencer.
Heads up play. Exactly what you need to do. It's not always about power, right? It's about placement and being smart with the volleyball when it comes
indeed.
most.
Kale Spencer, he has that finesse on the net where he can either softly hit it against the blocker's hand, hardly hit it against the blocker's hand, or hit it straight into that corner.
Yeah.
As beautiful block by Spencer. Man,
Yeah.
Spencer is putting up a great campaign.
You know, Nason with that 5 back set to Kawamo, their go-to hitter, but Kale Spencer read it like a book, pressed, and Kawamo couldn't get it past that block.
Yes, indeed.
Help.
There's Spencer to Kikivi. Kikivi, way to hit it in. Kauamo,
With the left hand
beautiful
again.
left-hander.
Good
Back to
set.
Spencer. Spencer hits it right to Kikivi where he tips it right over the block and Nali cannot recover.
And that was
Great
a very
play.
very nice set by Kale Spencer there to Kikivi, giving him the opportunity to attack that ball.
Yes, indeed. And look right there. As the timeout's called on the Nali, trying to stop the Warriors' momentum.
You know, Warriors with a 5-point cushion right now. Nali, they need to close the gap really quick and stay with the Warriors neck and neck.
This is a must-win set for Naali'i, for them to have the chance to upset the undefeated Kamehameha School Warriors.
Well, you know, from what I see, they can do it. They have the athletes, they have their go-to pieces. It's just about taking Kamehameha out of their system and making them serve out, tip the ball out, get into the net. It's all about recognizing opportunities to get the other team out of their system.
Yes, indeed. Here's Nahale Duklo.
Good serve, Nahale.
And Kauamo. Oh, right off the net. Ricard tried to save it, but it could not happen. That's a killer hit.
That was a great hit by Kawamo. And right now the Warriors, there are too many net violations, Kepa. They need to be more in control of their body and be aware of where they are in relation to the net.
Yes, they need to jump straight up and down and extending their arms when they get at the peak of their jump.
And Viella there with a one-handed attack off the ground.
Way to sneak that ball in.
And good job by Jai. He couldn't jump and attack because he was in the back row.
Yes, but here is IU coming in for Kikivi.
Let's see if Po'okela can keep this serve in for the Warriors. 9-4, Warriors up.
IU with the serve. Williamson with the good save. Wittenberg with the hit. Imai Kramer to Viella to Spencer. Spencer
Good block by Love.
to Gardenier, and that is just out. Good play by Gardenier. Although cutting off that second touch that is supposed to be meant for the setter, he tried to make a play out of that and just could not. And here comes the double switch we've seen Kekaulike do all night.
Yes, Akinaka in for the libero, and Love, the middle blocker, out.
And Lopes in just for the serve. Lopes' serve is over. Viella to Gardenier. Looks like it wasn't high enough.
Yeah, it looks like Gardenier, when he attacks the ball, is just not getting the right contact off the ball. Warriors got to regroup right now to keep that lead alive. They're still up 9-6.
Loeb's serve is good. Uila to Kale Spencer. Kauamo had a chance to save that, but could not.
Kawama in the right position here, just a little too tense on that dig, and that ball just flew.
Yes.
But you know, I think anybody's arms would be tense looking across the net with Kale Spencer with that wind
Oh
up.
my God. And with that ball coming at you that fast, that is faster than a blink. Speaking of Kale Spencer, he is up at the service line. Kale Spencer, beautiful float. Wittenberg tries to get it over.
Great hit by Wittenberg, and the Warriors cannot scramble.
Warriors
Great
cannot
job.
scramble. Well, IU tried to save that there, missing the ball. Beautiful recovery by Wittenberg.
You know, we talked about having some good athletes here on both sides of the net. But here in volleyball, when you attack the ball, it's not always about being the best athlete. It's not always about being the tallest or the one that jumps the highest. The key to a great hit is your contact on the ball. And Wittenberg has great contact. He knows how to hit the ball.
It's also finesse, how you hit the ball. You could tip the ball. You can lightly hit the ball into the blocker's hand. There's a lot of things that come into hitting that's not just pure athleticism.
Yes.
And Wittenberg is on a show with that tonight.
And unfortunately for Nali'i, Akinaka with that attack just wide as he tried to take that angle from the middle.
Well, here's Gardenier. Right into the net.
And you know, it's the same thing with the serve. How you contact, where you contact, the sound of the ball makes a great big difference.
Yes, indeed. And even when you jump serve, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've yet to see anybody fully jump serve. Kale Spencer has been kind of jump floating.
And it looks like for the Warriors, Schnitzer in for Gardenier.
Yes. But Kale Spencer, that is out.
Just wide.
Just wide. Looked like he could have hit a little bit of that line, but I'm not too sure.
And you know, the line's been right there, so I'm sure she had the best angle for that.
Here's Uila. Logan Ricard, his footwork was a little off, but he adapted and he got a good play out of it.
Oh, almost.
Oh, man. Akinaka trying to save it with his foot, bouncing right back at his face.
But that was a heads-up play by Akinaka, trying to keep that ball alive with his foot.
Love the tenacity, not giving up on the play, letting the ball drop. Uses his foot, which is legal in the game of volleyball. Jai Uila. Dart.
Good contact. Great contact off that serve.
What a dart. Schnitzer to Uila, but Uila cannot get it over. That was not a good hit by Uila, must I say. Very low. He should have tried to hit it up a little more.
And you know, Jai, on both of those times when he tried to attack, not being very devious at all. You know right from the start he's trying to attack.
Yep. Not parading around the bush, but good thing for Uila, he is a sophomore. He has 2 more seasons left, and he can use those seasons to advance his IQ. As a miraculous comeback by the Nali'i, bringing the game within 1 when they were down 6. How do you feel about that, Coach?
You know, Nali'i is clawing their way back into this game with this mini little run here. Like you said, they were down 6, but really the Warriors, again, making too many unforced errors. Kale Spencer, very out of character, 2 times attacking from the back row and twice out on the right side. Warriors need to minimize those errors and keep the ball in play. Let the other team make the errors. Nali doing a great job capitalizing on the Warriors' mistakes, though. And we're right back in it, just down 1. 12 Warriors, 11 Nali.
Yes, and we have to go back. The Warriors had multiple service errors, not only in this set, but the set before and the set before that. Serving has been not the biggest error, not the biggest problem, but has been one of the biggest problems.
And you know what? In the game of volleyball, if you cannot serve and you cannot pass, you will never win a game.
Yep.
I don't care if you're the best hitting team in the country. If you cannot serve, you cannot pass, you will never win.
Here's Spencer to Uila. Spencer, ground, free ball. There's Love. Love slamming it down.
Great job by Love recognizing that Nahale Dukalo there at the middle for the Warriors wasn't ready for his attack and just kind of power dinking it, just pushing that ball down. Warriors have to do a better job of recognizing and sealing that block.
Yes, indeed. And also, Love found that perfect seam where it would have been hard for the Warriors to get their defense. As that's a net violation for the Nali'i, which gives Warriors the ball.
That one, and you know, that was probably the best attack I've seen tonight from Po'okela'iu. Great job reaching a little bit higher and not letting the ball drop too low.
As Ricard's serve is good, Nason to Love, blocked, but it is a net violation. It's been net on net so far.
Too many unforced errors
Yes,
on
indeed.
both sides of the ball, but especially net violations for the Warriors.
Yep. But Nali'i doing better with when it comes to rotations, getting 2 out of rotation calls in the last set, and also getting a substitutional error, which led to a yellow card for a delay of game. And there's Spencer, lightly hitting it against the hands of Love and
Love just
Buzanis.
saying, not tonight, Colin Spencer, not tonight. Doing a great job timing that block and just pushing it back down. Nobody there to cover for the Warriors.
Yes. And Buzianis and Love, like I said that before, is a great match for Kale Spencer.
Good set here, and that's
That is
out.
out.
Yeah, what?
That is in.
That was wide.
That is definitely
that
going to be a
looked wide to
challenge.
me.
That is going to be a challenge.
You know, Nali coach protesting that he was standing right there. It looked out to me as well. Linesman from the opposite side calling it in, and the head official, Mike Yasak, there agreeing. Point Warriors.
As Spencer slams it down. Looks like Kamehameha Warriors are going on a little bit of a roll here. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Kale Spencer, just a heads-up job, terminating the ball there from the middle position as he was. It looks like the Warriors are
Duplo.
keeping him at middle blocker. Let's see if Jaiviela sets a 2 to him in the middle. No.
No, Viela tries to catch him lacking, but that's
that's
not working. Love tries to make a play out of that free ball, but it did not work, and it went long.
You know, Warriors up by 2 now, and it's great to see Dylan Schnitzer getting his chance hitting outside. They're number 6 for the Warriors at the power hitter position at the left front.
There's
And it's a free ball.
Wittenberg.
Let's see
Way
if
to
they
go,
to the middle.
Kauamo. Little late, but he still picked that up. Williamson, beautiful save. Kauamo tried to put it back in play. Buzianis tried to hit it and make a play out of it. But sometimes you just got to go back to the simple.
And Po'okela right there with his raw athleticism. You know, again, tri-sport athlete just like Kale Spencer. Great job hitting the ball over the net. Good swing by Po'okela.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Tuitele, you called touchdowns for Po'okela-IU.
Yeah.
I called buckets for Po'okela-IU, and now we're both here calling kills for Po'okela-IU. What an athlete he is.
Yeah, just a great raw all-around athlete. Every sport, just one of those, you know, naturally picks up everything. Good to see him out here on the volleyball court.
Yes. Here's Spencer. Spencer with the good free ball. Nansen to Wittenberg. Wittenberg, great save, hit. Kamehameha Warriors answer back. Kauamo tries to save it, but he could not. Kauamo's putting his body on the line, diving for that ball, and working as hard as he can to try to get Nali'i this win.
Great job that time by Jaiviela.
Here's Williamson
And
to
Wittenberg.
Wittenberg. Net
net
violation on Wittenberg, it looks like.
Nope, it's a net on the Warriors.
On the Warriors?
I think so.
Yes, indeed. I'm sorry. Yes, it is. Looks like on number 16, Jai Viela.
You know, oftentimes when your shirt isn't tucked in and as you jump up, the shirt will catch the net. I'm not sure if that was the case or if it was just, I believe it was the bottom portion of the net. It could have been his stomach or his shirt that touched.
Yes. As Lopes, the server specialist, comes on in. There's Viela trying to make a good bad pass become something as Nansen hits it to Wittenberg. Saved by Kramer. A little botch set by Viela, but saved by Schnitzer. Kauamo with that good save. Buzianis and Akinaka having a miscommunication, but gets it over. There's Snitzer with the block. They try to save it off the net. Akinaka cannot get it over the net. Great play by Dylan Snitzer, and great effort when it comes to the King Kekaulike Nali'i.
You'll see a few substitutions now from the Nali'i coach, trying to slow down the game just a little bit. But that was the longest rally of the night, Kepa.
Honestly, yes, it was. Carly Spencer serving the ball.
And there he is again, Wittenberg.
Beautiful.
Good swing, good contact off the ball.
And man, Wittenberg being a problem in this game, he ain't going away soon, as he's only a sophomore in high school. Good job by Ty Wittenberg. As Gabriel Lopes comes into the game and serves. Oh, Imai Kramer. Double hit. What do you think about that call, Taylor?
It was definitely a double hit. The way the ball came off of his hands and the way the ball was spinning, I would have called that as well as the head official.
Yes. Here's Lopes. Good job by Kramer stopping that ball. And there's Logan Ricard with the beautiful hit.
And that's the swing they've been looking for all night. The best swing of the night by Logan Ricard. His body looked like it was in control. He didn't cross his body down in the deep corner shot down the line.
Ricard, also around 6 foot to 6'1", using that height, has great hops. We know he can dunk a basketball if you saw basketball season. He is an athletic specimen to the max.
Good hit by Wittenberg.
Ricard saves it off the hoop, over by Viella. Ty Wittenberg. There's Logan Ricard, block. Just playing a little too back, leaving an open hole for, I think, Ty Wittenberg to hit that beautiful seam.
Great job by Nali, keeping that ball alive. Warriors look a bit tentative on there, not wanting to make a mistake, but the ball lands on the floor. Point Nali, keeping it close. 19 serving 20.
Here's Wittenberg. IU, Viella, Spencer.
Oh, great up by the libero number 4.
Williamson, Kauamo hits it over. Viella, free ball by Ricard. Nansen to Akinaka. Back, Holly Duclos is back, but there's Kauamo with the serve, and it is out.
That was just out, not very much. Unfortunate for King Kekaulike. Another great rally by both sides, just hitting it long by inches.
By inches. Man, as Viella, who serves darts for KS, serves a server's ace, makes it 19 to 22. Coach, this looks like the beginning of the end.
And here it is, Nali coach deciding to use his final timeout here with that 22 to 19 advantage. Kamehameha had to try to stop the bleeding.
Yes, stop the momentum of Jai Viella, hoping to not get another server's ace and hoping that King Kekaulike Nali'i can push it to a 5th set.
Warriors up here, 2 sets to 1. We have about 30 more seconds here in this timeout. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments, if any, King Kekaulike does, and what the coach of the Warriors, Coach Robert Brady, will tell his players. If I were him, I'd definitely tell Jai Viella to keep serving tough. You have a three-point lead. Don't give them an easy serve. He's been doing a great job on his serve so far.
Yes, indeed. And Coach Jeffrey Cook just came out of his huddle, hoping to give his team a little bit of inspiration. I think for King Kekaulike's side, they just need to work on trying to get Viella's passes in the air enough for Nansen to come in and set Kauamo a decent ball. But that's another dart, but Williamson does what I just said perfectly, but Akinaka hits it straight into the net.
Shucks, Akinaka not using his height advantage, and on that attack, as an attacker, you need to reach and snap your wrist and lock your elbow at its highest peak, and right there, that was not his highest peak.
But Viela, that pass was tight on the net. Viela looks like he might ice the game here.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying, right? Out of the timeout, one of the keys where the coach tell him to keep serving aggressively. He's doing a fabulous job. Jai Viela right now, the difference maker of the game.
Here's Jai Viela. Will this be the end?
And that ball's over.
And it is a double hit, and that is a win for the Warriors. Paul Kela-Ayu responding to that ball that was thrown up by the libero, slamming it down into the block, and that is the end of this game. Wow, oh, wow. Well, we are gonna go away for a little break and come back with our final thoughts. As the victory song and victory bells play for the Warriors, that comes to the end of this game as the Warriors beat the Kekaulike Nali'i in 4 sets. First set, 24-26 Kinke, 25-20 KSM. Set 3 was 25-21 Kamehameha Schools Warriors. And this final set, 25-19, as Kamehameha Schools Maui has just won 3 sets in a row after losing their first set. Coach, what did you see out of the Warriors tonight?
Great job being resilient. Number one, I was not here for set number 1. I've heard that they lost. I came here in the middle of the second set. I saw them bounce back, keep their head up. Even though there were a lot of unforced errors, they kept their head in it, got it to their go-to players, and did a great job pulling it off. Jai Viela with some great serves there down the stretch.
Jai Viela icing the game for the Warriors.
You know, one other thing I just wanted to mention that I noticed that was pivotal there in that fourth set, that final frame. I saw the adjustment that the coach did. They kept Kali Spencer there at middle blocker there for the last 10 or so points, wanting to solidify that block, not letting Wittenberg of King Kekaulike or Ka'awamo get a clean look. You know, Spencer's one that can do it all. He can play any position here, all 6 positions. Attack from the back, he can set. He can attack from the weak side. He can be the opposite. He can play middle. The coach electing to keep him at middle and putting his tallest player and his best blocking presence there in the front row at middle blocker, which is not really his primary position on this team.
Well, we cannot put shade on Na'ali'i because Caden Ka'uamo on Na'ali'i's team was absolutely phenomenal tonight. Coming into the first set, making a huge difference, slamming the ball down multiple times, getting great passes to his setter to set up his... So Nason, if I'm correct, Sean Nason with beautiful sets to set up his setters. It was a great game on both parts.
I agree. Kudos to Na'ali'i for playing a great game, there wasn't one set where they were out of it. It was close. They could have come back and won every single set. Errors did them in, but kudos to Na'ali'i doing a great job, and the coaching staff keep coaching them up. They will get better as the season progresses and continues.
Well, Mr. Tuitele, I know it was sudden, but thank you for joining us tonight. It was such a pleasure.
Oh, anytime. I love this, you know. Volleyball was one of my primary sports in high school. Absolutely love this sport. Love seeing the level of play here on Maui continue to elevate. Love seeing players like Colton Cowell or even Kali Spencer elevate and hopefully go to the next level just like Colton did at UH.
Yes, man. Today was a sight to see. Well, That's all for tonight, folks. Thank you for sticking around. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for joining us tonight for Boys Volleyball, where Kamehameha Schools Warriors has won the Nali'i. I want to tell you all, have a blessed day and good night.
Aloha.